Welcome to the Freedom to Draw Unsolved Mysteries. I'm your host, John. We got some disaster type music going on in the background here because today's mysterious legend on Unsolved Freedom to Draw Unsolved Mysteries is the Yellowstone Volcano. Now, if some are unfamiliar with this at all, people never heard of this, or if you are familiar with it, I am going to be drawing like a schematic version of just what the heck I'm talking about to try to help you understand. We're going to use this thing to make the straight lines, and we might put a little color in. Today's unsolved mystery, though, is the Yellowstone Volcano, and the mystery about this is it has erupted 3 times in the past, and none of those times man was around, but we're wondering when it's going to erupt again. Will it give us any warning, or will it just erupt? So it's going to be like, in a disaster. Definite natural disaster. The Yellowstone Volcano. Less than 1,000,000 years ago, this volcano erupted. More powerful than an atomic bomb. Did you know about this sleeping giant that sleeps directly under Yellowstone National Park? Chances are you might not have known about this. I never heard of it. Apparently it's a thing, and it's a thing that we should be concerned about a little bit. Because volcanoes do not give warnings, they just erupt. What we're drawing here is a schematic of the Earth's crust and stuff like that. I want to do straight lines here, and I'm not the best straight line drawer, so some mountain ranges there. In America's oldest national park, there is a volcano lying beneath this valley. Ulysses S. Grant, one of the presidents of our USA, made it a point to make sure that he saved this 2 million acres of land in Wyoming, and it's home to Old Faithful. Way back in 1872, Ulysses S. Grant made sure to not let this 2 million acres of land go to waste. It also is home to a supervolcano about 5 miles deep in Yellowstone. So here is the big corporations broke our back. Here's this. I'm going to draw the scale right here. So you know, this is how many miles we're talking here. It's actually more like this. So there's the scale to let us know what we're talking about here. If this volcano ever did erupt in our lifetime, it would send an eruption 10 times stronger than Mount St. Helens. And Mount St. Helens was a famous volcano that erupted in 1980. So here's the mass of land that the volcano sits under, and this is the land in Yellowstone, and these are the lakes, and we'll color these. This is called Yellowstone Caldera, and basically what a caldera is a mass of land that it sits on top of an active volcano. Yellowstone is an active volcano. These are fault lines here, and here is the opening for the volcano. Kind of like a soda bottle that you shook up really hardcore, and then you undid the cap. It would go, you know, the soda would fizz out, but this is like 1,000,000 times bigger than any soda bottle that you ever shook up and opened. Right here, this is called magma, This is a volcano term. Here is the partially molten crust, and down here is the Yellowstone hot spot. Newly eligible for both Medicare and this is the thing that makes it active. And this part here is the continental crust. So a lot of information there. Let's make it a little easier to understand. Color code it. Blue parts are for the lakes. We give this, the caldera, like a yellowish, beigeish color. And this is all the land and the mountains around in Wyoming. I mean, so you could see this caldera here is, so that's 20 miles right there. 30, maybe 30 miles width. 30 or 35 miles, maybe 40, 50 miles here. Man, it's huge. You know how long a mile is? Just 1 mile. So we're talking like 35 to 50 miles here in width. And then the height, that's 20. That's another, probably 40. That's 80, 40 miles height, and probably 50 mile width and a 40 mile height. So that's a huge area right there. 40 miles down and 50 miles across. Total of 90 to 100 miles all around here. That's huge. And if this ever exploded, you could just tell the magnitude of. Here is the volcano.
You're shopping with blinders on. It's a meat gold mine over.
This is the crust. And right here, this is the hottest part right here. This is the magma and the Yellowstone hot spot. how do we know this will happen again? For in the past, there are 15,000 volcanoes around the world today, but there are less than 10 supervolcanoes, and that's what this is, a supervolcano. So these supervolcanoes can cause natural disasters and apocalyptic endings. So this is serious stuff. Hopefully we don't ever see it in our lifetime. "10,000 times bigger than Mount St. Helens, the most recent eruption of this supervolcano, or Yellowstone volcano, happened about 640,000 years ago. This was known as the Lava Creek eruption. At that time, early man did not appear yet. Hundreds of geysers erupted, earthquakes and magma leakage happened for days. Then the main event, a monstrous cloud of rock and ash just shot up, like I said, like the bottle of Sprite that you shake up and you remove the cap, it shoots up. It just shot up into the atmosphere with the power of a hydrogen bomb. Will this happen again? That's the mystery, folks. We don't know when or how this is going to happen again. Hopefully not in our lifetime. After all these super eruptions, after weeks of constant eruptions, many of the mountain ranges just sank into the ground. So if you had a mountain range that was really high and really tall, after this event it would just sink into the ground and become a lot less tall.
Making our lives more expensive.
After weeks of this, the Yellowstone volcano finally subsided. This was 640,000 years ago. So it finally subsided, but the cloud of ash lingered on for 6 to 10 years. After this, many animals died because the cloud would block out the sun and it would cause food supply shortage, and the blocking of the sun altered North America as we knew it. They know all this because they look to the clues of the past and all the signs, and that's what geologists do. They study the earth and they can predict cycles by studying the earth's past events. And this one was a huge one. So it altered North America as we know it. The Yellowstone volcano has the most active history of eruptions. This volcano would not give much warning at all. Volcanoes and earthquakes go hand in hand. kind of can't have one without the other. So you can kind of see the magnitude of the whole thing, how big it is. Recently, the earthquake activity at Yellowstone has picked up considerably. Did Yellowstone Volcano have something to do with the dinosaur extinction? This is also a mystery. It could have. Bozeman, Montana, and Cody, Wyoming. These two are areas that are nearby this area in Wyoming. If it ever erupted again, these two cities would face apocalyptic scenarios, basically. That they'd be toast. And they would be the first ones to get it. But all of North America would feel its wrath. These two areas, Bozeman, Montana, and Cody, Wyoming, they would be devastated if the Yellowstone volcano ever erupted. Yellowstone has a rating of an active volcano site. If it ever erupted again, it would be apocalyptic. Volcanoes do not follow any timeline, so currently there is no alarm by experts that Yellowstone is somewhat stable. Partially molten crust will spew out, and then it will harden, and it will come back down as like sharp as glass. It's not going to be a pretty scene, but hopefully it doesn't happen while we're alive. But you just never know, do you? When will it erupt again? That's the mystery. If it ever did happen again, it would have an after effects that would hit the whole world, not just North America. Not everyone would be affected by the eruption. It would only affect Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho the worst. They would be the first to feel its wrath. but the whole world would not be safe because the giant cloud of ash would alter the Earth's seasons, vegetation, and sunlight exposure. Therefore, it would drop the Earth's global temperature. Yes, this event would drop the global temperature. That's how big of an impact this would be. Let's clean it up a little here. So you kind of can see what we're talking about here. This is like 50 miles from the top to the bottom and 40 miles from side to side. Like, talking about like a total of 90 to 100 miles. A big area. The cloud of ash would block the sun. The cloud of ash would make the Yellowstone Volcano eruption an apocalyptic outcome. Oh yeah, just like the disaster films, The Day After Tomorrow or The Day After. These films would become real life scenarios. So here you go. This is it. This is kind of a short one today though, guys. We never know when this thing is gonna just pop up and erupt. But this is where it sits. This is the state of Wyoming here. And so that's where it would be on in the map. And it's a mystery. Will this erupt in our lifetime? I hope not. So it will alter our lives for like 6 to 10 years if it does. Just some food for thought, guys. This is a short one, but peace out, true believers, and thank you for watching. Until we meet again, peace out, true believers.